pickleball recording that I'm making this day, and it's a huge change. We went from Palm Springs in the last recording. Now we're all the way back in Tampa, Florida, almost across the entire width of the great United States of America. You got to go across California. You got to go across Arizona. You got to go across New Mexico. You got to go across Texas, Louisiana, Alabama. Seems like I'm missing one state. Louisiana, did I say? Louisiana, Alabama. Anyway, maybe a tad of Georgia, probably not. You got to go across the Gulf of America to get to where we are today. And where are we? We are at MacFarland Park in Tampa, Florida, just north of the highway there that splits down the seam of South Tampa in beautiful Tampa, Florida. And who are we? Well, I've got a gorgeous and skilled partner. That's Sarah. That's me hitting the ball, Brian. That's Jeremy hitting the return. Nice deep return by Jeremy. Third shot drops fine. Fifth shot drops fine. And who's the last person we're going to talk about right? Well, that's Mike Mondello, the Zilla, the killer, who kills me by firing it down. I think it's going to go out. I think wrong. It was in by 6 yards. 6 yards is probably an overstatement. We're doing a lot of videos today. I have to head to a baseball game in a little bit, so I'm just trying to crank out a couple of these I've been horribly remiss in doing. All right, great lob. Zilla's coming to play, right? He's made some shots. Well, I'm literally eating. We're recording. You get to see a guy eat stew while watching video. I mean, what? The internet is gorgeous, right? Who would have dreamed of these possibilities? Yay, when Al Gore invented the internet back in the 1960s. Ooh, look at that. Zilla came to play. And Zilla's to serve. So Mike Mondello serving to Sarah. That's going to be a drive. Good, I'm bad. Is my form, I'm not ready. My paddle's up. I'm just late. It is high into my left shoulder. Shoulders and armpits and hips are tough to get to. That ball's probably out though, so I probably just let it go is the right answer. If it's hard for me to get to it, it probably would have carried out. I like that. I need to be a little more aggressive with that third shot. I think I'm fine there. Whereas you're backing up, so I guess I'm going to look at my own game a little bit here. This is kind of a little bit of a crab or a scorpion where I'm bending down, reaching across, and trying to hit the ball firm towards their feet. I think I pull it off pretty well. Then this one here, I think this is the one where I probably should hit the winner. Either middle looks pretty open or far left to Jeremy and hit with a little bit of pace. Instead, I hit it right at Jeremy. Now I'm backing up, and this time I have to just be a little more careful. Now, if I'm a pure athlete, which, let's face it, I am, I could probably wallop that ball, but instead I choose to make sure to keep them back, hit it without tons of pace, and get back to the court. So I like my choice here. I get back, happen to screw them up just because it's right down the divorce line, right in between them where they don't know who to hit it for sure. I think we had an out serve right after that. If you're Jeremy, or you're Zilla or Sarah, watch your play. See what you're doing. Figure out something, because I'm going to eat this stew, and I made it from scratch. I literally, potatoes that I peeled and cubed up, carrots that I stole from Bugs Bunny, chopped them all up. I got celery, I got oregano, garlic, salt, pepper, butter, and pork. And I bought it for sale, thanks to the nice people at Aldi. Got about 4 pounds of pork. Made a lot of stew. I mean, it's probably gallon and a half. It's a lot of stew. I ate it yesterday. I ate it this morning. I'm eating some right now, and I still got oodles left to eat, still ongoing. At this point, I don't remember what game this was that we played in the day. I think it was a little bit later that Sarah and I teamed up, but man, it's been a little while. It's probably been a month since these games were actually occurred. I think camera's fine, right? We're a lot tighter than we saw in Palm Springs, but it allows us to see what we're doing a little bit more. Good hands there. Good hands by Sarah. Don't get quite enough on it. I guess in a perfect world, I'd like the camera to be a little higher, but I've got it on a tripod. That's just what we're going to do when we're at MacFarland. We don't have a lot of options. Don't have a table to put it on. All right, the right shot for me is to go middle here, I think. Right, plenty of room down the middle. Ball's plenty high. Just keep it in the court. Now I hit it 2 feet up, maybe longer than 2 feet. That is a bad miss. I got to work on that. There's a couple things by watching video I know I have to work on. Putaways at the net is certainly the case. Certainly the backhand. I'm missing them. I hit them way in the net or long way too often. Hey, case in point. If you didn't believe me, now you've got visual evidence. "14-minute game. That's average above average. So it's going to be a little bit of a fight. I think we lose. I think I lost both games with Sarah, which is crazy because she's so good. Apparently I'm that bad. I don't like Mike's choice here, a cut. Now it's a tough shot. It's deep. He's kind of behind him as he hits it. Maybe he can't have a lot of options, but the chance of hitting that cut just over the net is low. Chance of hitting the net and or pop-up is pretty high. I like that drop by Sarah. That's going to be a Sarah put away backhand most of the time. Just miss wide. Couple good shots, well defended on both sides. Ends up me hitting it wide. Sarah, I'm sorry. I think we had Doug out there with us today. We had a dog. I think it's Sarah's dog. We're going to go drive. I like the drive. We're going to go drop to the back, and I like it a lot. I'm legal. Ugh. Good battle. Sarah happened to hit a ball, just caught a little bit heavy and lifted it up, and Jeremy did the job he is paid to do, which is to put away pop-ups. I'm playing rush on my lower body parts. Little Neil Peart action. Nice drop. Oh, it's pretty effective, but I don't know if that's the smartest percent shot in the world. That it's better. I like that. Now we're playing, Sarah. In it to win it. Let's go win it. Got a little kick to it. Maybe I put a little too much garlic powder in here. We called it out. Jeremy did not like the call. I love the call. And the camera, obviously, from this angle is perfect. It was out. What are we so happy about? Eaton. Got a serve. Got a good third shot drop to moving guy. And we're pretty proud of ourselves. Sarah with the setup, me with the put away. Not a better team since B. Baracus and, man, I don't remember the A team. The Colonel? Is that what they called the one guy? I don't remember. It's definitely B.J. Baracus. It sounds right. That was played by Mr. T. Then Papard, George Papard, I think, played the kind of the head of the A team. They called him something like the captain, lieutenant, or... Oh, that ball should have gone over. There was a guy that called the Mouth that tried to charm his way out of everything, hit with the ladies, and then the kind of crazy guy who I think also played what was the weird dude that was like a video creation? I can't remember. It's so unhelpful to my audience. I think he did like Pepsi commercials as well, but I think at one point it was like actually a like a hacking job to get into some video that they played that character. Oh, it's so not helpful. All right, can I get on the other thing here and do research while, or is it gonna screw it up? All right, brings it to that table. You don't want to see what I do on the web, folks. I'm gonna pull that to the other screen. All right, 80s character that was. I don't know how to search it. Max Headroom, I think. Max Headroom's right. Why wouldn't I be looking this up? There it is. Max Headroom is right. Advertised as the first ever computer-generated TV presenter. I think actually it was just a actor with a mask on that they had a little, weird video going on in the background to make it look like it was all this fancy thing. Matt Frewer was the name of it. Let's see if he was in. Yeah, doesn't look like he was in the show I thought. I don't think he was on the A-Team. So, yet again, I'm incorrect. Not only am I a moron, not able to pick out who, the name Max Headroom. Look it up. There's a cute story on, Max Headroom. I think when it first came out, it was really... Oh, it was out of Britain, looks like. No, there's a show. There was a TV show. Oh. Looks like somebody else hijacked Chicago television. So literally somehow interrupted their signal of TV and stopped that and then put this weird Max Headroom thing on it. But it wasn't the actual Max Headroom. It was someone acting like it. And it wasn't Pepsi. Apparently he did adverts for the fine people of Coca-Cola. All right, Hannibal. So let's talk about the A-Team, obviously, right now. The A-Team was George Papard, so good for me. I remember he was the name. He wasn't the Colonel, he was Hannibal. Hannibal, of course, reference to the famous African Carthaginian general who went across the Alps. One of the greatest generals of all time. You hear about the exploits of Hannibal. You've got the opportunity to read a book about Hannibal. I strongly recommend it. He kicked the ass of the Romans all over the European continent. I think, I won't get the exact quote right, but he had won most everything. He then tried to continue to fight when the advantage was against him as he marched on towards Rome, and was then defeated. And the thing about the Romans is when they defeated him, they made sure it was stuck. So he won a ton of battles, but was not able to win the war. And I think that's one of his generals told him, says, you're one of the greatest generals, you're the best at winning battles, but you don't know how to win the war. And in fact, he did not win the war, and eventually Carthage was defeated, and not only the Romans beat them up, but they sowed their fields with salt, so they could not grow crops in the future, and Carthage never regained where it was before. There's a lot of stupid things I've said. I get a text, and the video game is over. I don't know who won, I don't know who lost, but it's going on the interwebs.